positive outlook right there. Fun to watch him. What if you had a guidebook to open up new paths to career advancement? That's the focus of the upcoming book, The Power of the Learning Mindset. Joining us live now, author Dr. Lilian Ajayi. Ore, thank you so much for joining us. I'm told you're from the Bay Area here too.
Yeah. Hello, JR. I am so thrilled to join you this morning. Good morning, everyone.
Uh,
Yes, I'm from the Bay Area. I miss my town. Hello, everyone.
Tell us a little bit about this book and what inspired you to write the book.
Yes, this book is a passion project for me and Marshall Goldsmith. One of the reasons that I was deeply inspired to write this book was because if you think about the time during the pandemic, like the post-pandemic effect, things like the great resignation was happening. People were leaving their job simply because they didn't like their bosses. And for me, I can only imagine being a boss and having that phenomenon take place in my workplace. And it wasn't just one individual, it was a multiple situations where people were just leaving because they didn't like who they worked for. So this book is a guide for leaders to really figure out a way to retain trust, rebuild trust. So I've designed the book into three different layers. The first layer is the learning prowess. The framework of the book is built around this win mindset. We all want to win. Managers want to win, leaders want to win, the people who work for you want to win too. And the W stands for willingness. So the first section of the book is the learning prowess, and that focuses on how do we get ourselves to learn? How do we look inward to figure out what's missing and what we need to learn so that we can be better leaders for the people that we support? And then the heart of the book, which is the second section of the book, is focused on the I, which is the intentionality. And that section is titled the leadership prowess, where it's really about what are my action, what are the things that makes me a great leader, what are the things that I need to develop, or habits do I need to get rid of that is preventing me from really engaging with my staff and my team. And what we don't realize is if we don't have the right support system for leaders, companies can fail. And so the last part of the book is focused on the end, which is the nurturing, reminding people that leaders are people too, and we need to figure out a way to coach them. So the focus of that section is called the coaching prowess.
Yeah.
And I built a framework for each of the section. And I liked all the sections of the book, but one of the things that I think is unique about the coaching prowess is to look at the leader in three stages of a pyramid. The
Mhm.
first part is care for self, the desire for the leader to take care of him or herself first. And then the second stage is to align with purpose, the purpose beyond him or her. And then the third stage of that pyramid is to nurture others, reminding leaders that you're not here for yourself, you're here for others. And you have the responsibility to nurture them as well.
Yeah, I think you bring up some great points, especially when it comes to COVID, because during COVID, it almost came front and center where you think to yourself, wow, like, as we saw people die from COVID, it was like, my life could be over like that. How much do I really like my job? How much do I really like what I'm doing in life? When you talk about the power of learning mindset and the leaders at these companies, is it about making it fun? Is it about adding meaning to what they're doing every day?
Yes, great question. One of the reasons why I partnered with Marshall Goldsmith, the king of executive leadership coaching, is because one of his recent book, which actually earned a New York Times, is called Earn to Life. So when you talk about the leaders, it's about building a legacy. Leadership is about an experience. People are under you not because they know you're going to get them to win, but because they want to be you. They want to be inspired and motivated by you. So this book is about getting you to think about your leadership legacy and what type of imprint do you want to have on people? How do you want them to
Mhm.
feel? And do you want to have fun at work? Absolutely have fun at work. There's a
Mhm.
section on moments where you just have to ask a question to yourself and say, how do I feel today? And how am I nurturing myself? This is one of the very few books that I've read that of course, I wrote, and I could say this,
Mhm.
that really focuses on how to take care of the leader and pause and to ask a leader specific questions in the book, which I do, about how are they feeling? How do they feel today? Do you feel challenged? Are you happy? Are you unhappy? Well-being is one of the things that came from the post-pandemic
Yeah,
effect. And I think
yeah.
it's important that organizations take care of their leaders because good leaders, happy leaders are great leaders. And when there is a disconnect between that leader feeling connected by the organization or feeling supported by the organization, they're going to lose their tenacity and fun becomes, less important. And that affects the performance of the team as well.
We don't have a lot of time, but where can people pre-order the book?
Yes, so the book is available on Amazon and Barnes and Noble. Please go and check it out. I know you're going to love it.
Lilian, pleasure. The book again is called The Power of the Learning Mindset.